Planning for a city is a massive task. How does the government decide what projects shall be undertaken? What projects will help the economy and the general welfare of the people? There are so many variables to be analyzed. Population, income, traffic, land features like space or lot availability, floodplain, utilities. With all of these variables to consider, people must use decision support systems in their analysis. Let's look at the job of one such planner. Okay, we're sitting here with Karen Fernandez. Karen works with a number of governments and private businesses putting together analysis of city planning, of where to put locations, how a project, a new building or a new shopping center may impact local community, local economy. Karen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your job.
Okay, I have my own planning consulting firm, Fernandez Plans, located in New Orleans. I've been doing this for about 25 years, owned my own company for about 15 or 16 years now. We work with local governments or county level, parish level here in Louisiana. We also work with private developers, as you said, and looking at um, primarily their zoning and land use regulations if a developer wants to develop a particular parcel of land. And with local governments, the role is more in zoning regulations or future land use. What's the potential future land use within a community?
Okay, good. What kind of analysis do you do? What kind of number crunching or visual analysis do you do?
Within the realm of number crunching, we rely heavily on secondary data from the U.S. government, including census data. Whether it is simply population or population breakdown by age, and this is of course changes over time. Um, Housing attributes, home ownership, vacancy, rental, work, trip habits. Do you live and work within the same city where you or reside and work in the same city, or do you commute? So this gives us some information about a number of different patterns within a community. What are their historic trends? Doesn't tell us what it'll be in the future, but it gives us the historic trends of what has occurred. And mostly you rely on the census with the decennial census that's coming out. That's actually what's on the ground. In between the 10 years, you get estimates for many of these different census attributes about any given city or county or state.
Okay. And how does software, decision support software, help you perform, help you do your job?
Something that planners have come to rely on very heavily over the years is geographic information system
That's
mapping,
GIS.
GIS mapping software. Um, we rely on it heavily, just even in analyzing population data, as I showed you. And there's a map. We had been doing some work in Tupelo, Mississippi recently, and we just looked even at the broadest change of the county there, what happened to population between 1990 and 2000. And then we also look at estimates beyond that, but you can take that data and you can analyze it in a couple of different ways. You can analyze it using simple Excel soft spreadsheets, or you can map the data, and then that shows you where those changes occurred in a physical context. And the map I have does that, shows that population change.
Okay. Picture's worth a thousand words.
Again, it's very significant with GIS software and how far that has come to be able to visually see that change on a map versus just looking at a spreadsheet, which is very useful as well, but to see visually where population change has occurred in those 10 years, and other, other time frames as well, it helps tremendously. Because you're seeing, okay, is the city itself, the city center, growing, or has it lost population? All right, or is the city center staying the same, but are people, that's growing, but it's also growing in the outer areas of the county. So you can actually visualize that now with GIS software.
Okay, thank you.